Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy HD MMA back at it again with another video. Today, we're going over my breakdown and a reaction to UFC Mexico, Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh that just happened this past Saturday. Very good card. I'm not gonna say very good, but good card. Lot of finishes on this card. A lot more finishes than the previous card that happened, especially on the prelims. Some pretty exciting fights. Some pretty good prospects showed off some skills, and let's just dive into it. That fucking main event has me. It still has me baffled. But we'll get into that later on in the video. I'm going to be breaking down every fight on this card, starting off from the first fight on the prelims all the way up to that baffling and massive upset of a main event we had. But starting off, we got Damian Pinas defeating Wes Schultz in the first round by TKO. First round destruction from Damian Pinas. Very exciting to see. Very good way to start off the card. Pinas, very very explosive. Like I said in my prediction video, very explosive, very powerful. Seems to have a good understanding of all aspects of the game, which is good for a middleweight. There's a lot of middleweights who kind of only just do one thing, or they seem to have glaring holes in the game. I can't really find a glaring hole in the game of Damian Pinas other than maybe his defense. His defense is a bit one-dimensional, but besides that, I seem to have very good awareness of where he is and what his opponent's doing, especially in the grappling. There was a one grappling exchange in this fight that had me very surprised. Pinas showed off very good hips and takedown defense, and a very good awareness to switch his hips and be able to move his body in a certain way to not allow Wes Schultz to like really leverage and get the power to like drive him over, which is very which you'd be surprised at how some middleweights kind of just like topple over whenever someone like shoots in on them. But that's not really the star of the show. The star of the show is Damian Pinas walking down Wes Schultz pretty much the whole fight, putting hands on him. He dropped Wes Schultz like twice, maybe even like 3 times. Maybe like dropped him once, rocked him, and then dropped him again for the finish. But Pinas is very pressure heavy, very in your face with that high and tight guard that he has, and he put it on Wes Schultz, put the fucking mustard on him, and TKO'd him early in round 1. The stoppage, it was a 1-2. Hit him with the right hand straight down the pipe, spun the chin of Wes Schultz, then put him out. Wes Schultz fucking hit the starfish on the ground, and he was pretty much done from there. So great work, quick work from Damian Pinas, and I can't wait to see him how he moves forward in this middleweight division that seems to have some pretty good prospects. Move this, and I changed the way I like record these videos. I have the browser like zoomed into the fights instead of having like the screen shrinked in. I still have it shrinked in a bit, but it's not it's not like really shrinked in like I had it before. So hopefully that helps y'all see like the images I'm displaying on the screen better, instead of the like the video quality being very like shrunken down and y'all can barely see anything. But great work from Pinas. They made me 1-0 on the card. Good way to start off the card. Moving on, we got oh shit, hold on, I'm fucking up. Moving on, we got right here. We got Francis Marshall defeating Eric Silva in the first round by submission. I was kind of watching this fight out of the corner of my eye because I was out doing something. But yeah, good performance from Marshall over here. Pretty much looked very dominant in the grappling. Eric Silva, he didn't really have much of anything to his game at all. Just kind of like sort of fell over and just kind of accepted the takedown. And it was all just Marshall from there. He was working for like an arm triangle to start off with. In the grappling, he got on top, started threatening the arm triangle from like half guard. Then Eric Silva pretty much just laid on his back, just splayed over. And he was like trying to throw his legs up to try and like keep Marshall where he was at. But then Marshall just kept trying to go to the arm triangle, kept trying to lay him out and pass the guard and pass the legs of Silva. Then Silva rotated, he gave up his back while he was trying to like get to the cage, and then Marshall immediately just jumped on him. Silva had his whole entire fucking neck exposed. Pretty much Marshall just jumped on him, sinked in the rear naked choke. And that was it from there. Not really much to say about this performance. Pretty quick. Silva, he's 38 years old, fighting like that. Get him out of the fucking UFC. This is not. He's not built for this. Yeah, he's not built for this. All right, but that made me a 2-0 on the card. So yeah. Moving on, we got Regina Turin defeating Ernesta Karikate. This is a very good fight for fucking women. Pretty decent scrap overall. I thought the fight was a lot closer. I think 29. I think not 29-28. I think 30-27 on all scorecards. That's a bit too much. I thought it was at least 29-28. I thought the fight was way closer than at least like the commentary and stuff were portraying it out to be. Ernesta, she was landing good shots. She landed more shots by the numbers here. I guess Turin edged her out on significant strikes, but fucking Karikate was landing more to the head and more leg kicks, and she had better control, I would say, in the grappling. But who had all the damage? I think I don't really remember either of them having that much damage, that much visible damage. Maybe it was just no, I think Turin stung her in like the first round with a right hand. He had a Karikate, she had a sort of like a shitty body language moment where she was kind of like a bit wobbly on her legs, couldn't really get her legs under her in like the first round, I think, after a punch landed from Turin. It was still a good fight from both of them. Turin on short notice. I think she was on that's something I forgot to mention in my prediction video. Turin was coming into this fight like on very, very short notice, like 4 days short notice, and was able to perform like that against a longer, taller girl who has very good wins at flyweight. Karikate, she beat fucking Carly Jadis on the Contender Series. When she was they were both fighting each other on the Contender Series. He beat her, which is very fucking good. That win is aged very well. Jadis, she's gone on to be undefeated in the UFC. So yeah, Turin, good performance coming off on short notice. I want to see her on a full camp. She's only 21 years old, very young. This fight was supposed to be at flyweight. I think for flyweight, Turin looks very big. That's how like big Karikate looks, because Karikate, she look way like taller. But I think at flyweight, when she's like properly at that division and she's on like a full camp, Turin, she's gonna be very, very big for the division. And yeah, I can't wait to see her, what she looks like on a full camp. So yeah, good stuff from Turin. 30-27, that's the scorecard, was pretty crazy. The fight was very even when I was watching it. The fight looked very even. They were both landing good shots on each other. I think Karikate was doing more work in the clinch. It seemed like every time Karikate clinched with Turin just didn't want any of it. and was just trying to just separate and get away from that exchange as much as possible. Yeah, both look like women. The fact that women's MMA is still at the point where like a brawl just looks like both girls just like are just like throwing straight punches at each other in like pocket range. Still to this day is honestly just so fitting of how like the how I view the divisions. Bah, fuck. How I view the divisions of women's MMA today. Yeah, but good stuff for Terrain. Moving on, and I don't know if like it's just like how she looked, but she didn't look like she had that much cake on her. If I'm gonna be real with y'all, maybe her midsection was very like big and like bulbous and very like square looking, but uh Turin in the attractiveness level may be a bit overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Maybe she has some like better Instagram pictures on her, like her like slim down, like when she's on the weight cut or something like that. Maybe she looks better during that, but she didn't look all that. She didn't look all that in the attractiveness department. Uh, for how much like Instagram followers she has and stuff. So good. Yeah. Whatever. Moving on. We got uh Javier Reyes defeating Douglas Silva de Andrade in the first round by TKO. This was a pretty sick fight. A comeback victory from Reyes, where he got dropped like twice in round one. He got hurt twice, I believe, by Andrade. Andrade cracked him with I think a right overhand while Reyes was coming in, and then he cracked him with another big shot. After that, Reyes got his legs up under him. Then started putting it on De Andrade. Eventually took him down, and or no, he didn't take him down. He dropped him with another shot as well. I can't remember what shot it was, but he dropped him he dropped Andrade with a big shot. Then got to the ground with him, started ground and pounded him. Andrade like kind of recovered, got his legs in between Reyes and him, but Reyes, I think he passed the legs, went to then Andrade gave up his back. Then Reyes started beating him up with the ground and pound there. Just started wailing on him till like for like a minute straight in the first round. Just started wailing on Andrade in the ground and pound for like a minute. And then at the final seconds, the ref stepped in. He's seen enough. I thought originally I thought it was a bit early, but now that I looked at it, it was like 5 seconds of Andrade just kind of not really moving and not really doing anything for like 5 whole seconds until the end of the round. And I don't think if the round ended in the fucking second round started, that it would have been much different. So really good comeback win for Javier Reyes, putting on for Colombia. Sometimes I worry about these guys coming out of like very like niche, like underdeveloped parts of the world that don't really that aren't really known for like fighting. Sometimes I worry about them with how they'll fare in the UFC. Like another guy that's fucking later on in this card with his fight, but good stuff for Reyes. He gritted through. He's a very big flyweight. For some reason, they in the tail of the tape they had him listed at 5'7". He was way taller and bigger than fucking De Andrade was. And it wasn't even funny. I was like, this guy's in fucking 5'7". He's like 5. I think ESPN and MMA has him listed as 5'10". I think he's around that area, like 5'10" at least. So he's a big featherweight. And I can't wait to see what he does in the future. It looked very, very exciting. Very pressure heavy. Always looking for a finish. That kind of guy. Which is very rare to see coming out of like a country that doesn't have really a developed MMA scene at all, coming out of Colombia. So yeah, I can't wait to see what he does in the future. And that made me what 3-1 in the card here, 3-1 in the card. So yeah. Moving on, we got Christian Quinones defeating Chris Matinho by unanimous decision, 30-27 on all scorecards. God, the fucking strike numbers were this low in this fight. Damn, what the hell? I did not realize that. Yeah, this was pretty much domination from Christian Quinones. Quinones looking a bit scared on the feet against a guy in Chris Matinho who hasn't really shown any like prowess on the feet or even any like power on the feet, which is a bit unsettling to me moving forward, that he's that like scared and timid to really throw and commit to his punches on Chris Matinho. Maybe he didn't want to go into like a big like long extended brawl or whatever. But you're on the prelims of a fucking Mexico card, dude. Like you gotta show us something. You gotta show us you got some type of like sting. Or what happens if you're gonna fucking face someone who's actually good, who can actually throw and fight and have power and be able to hurt you. The fact that you're like shying away from exchanges, bouncing on the balls of your feet, not committing to any punches on Chris Matinho, and the fact even in the grappling, there's like some exchanges in the grappling where Quinones, he could have easily like got the hooks in on Chris Matinho, as like Chris Matinho was like crawling to the fence, and Quinones is like riding on his back. He has like the body lock on Matinho's back, and Matinho's crawling to the fence. And Quinones doesn't think to put a hook in to stop him from crawling or like trying just get onto his back in general was pretty baffling. And also he had like there was some moments where he had like mountain stuff and he just like wasn't throwing any ground and pound or whatever. I don't know what that is about. Like a genuine just lack of finishing instincts from Christian Quinones. It was very puzzling to see. Puzzling to see at the least. But yeah, it was full domination from Chris fucking Quinones. Was bouncing, darting in and out with the striking. Would come in with one or two on Chris Matinho. Chris Matinho was just too flat-footed, just crossing his feet. Yeah, notification on my phone. Chris Matinho crossing his feet, flat-footed, showing off like shittier footwork than like Jamal Hill. This was like worse than Jamal Hill level footwork from Chris Matinho. Just genuinely walking forward with like duck feet, had his fucking legs damn near his heels touching on his fucking legs, just walking forward like a fucking duck in this bitch. So, and fucking fucking Quinones was just bouncing around, darting around, coming in and out, popping with a few, come back out, dance around the octagon, take him down pretty much at will, control them for all of the grappling exchanges for the entire fight, just completely outclassing Chris Matinho. Chris Matinho, he's not UFC level at all, not a good prospect at all, just got fucked up in this fight. And he barely even got like damage, which is crazy. I don't know what's up with the finishing instincts of Quinones. He didn't look like he had any pop in his shots at all in this fight either. So yeah, very puzzling to see, very puzzling to watch, but good stuff from Quinones. Moving, and that made me 4-1 on the card. 4-1. Moving on, we got Aline Perez defeating Macy Chasson by unanimous decision, 29-28. I had it 29-28 for Aline Perez. I had her winning the second and the third round. Macy Chasson just being less active as the fight goes on, just not being able to keep up the pace of the first round at women's bantamweight is pretty insane. Perez, she was just kind of like holding her there, not really trying to like establish dominant position and throw ground and pound. Chasson, she had like she didn't have like any like athleticism to her. She's like big and long, tall and like bit long for the division and big as well, but she didn't have like any like she didn't have like a second explosion or second like a third explosion to her. Anytime she would like try and buck as Aline Perez was on top of her to try to get her off her, she would do it once, and then if that didn't work, she would just like sit there in the sit there on bottom and just like sort of let Aline Perez just continue to control her, entire her out. But good grinding, hustling win from Aline Perez. Shook ass as well in the post fight, in the little like in that little post fight moment that they have where they keep the camera on the motherfuckers after the interview. So yeah, she called out Tracy Cortez. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. You're not getting that fight. Y'all are in two different divisions. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But yeah, good stuff from or maybe do the fight. This division is fucking dead anyways. Do the fight. I don't give a fuck. But fuck the rankings. But yeah. Good. Just Perez was just able to out hustle her, put it on her, just able to out grind her, pressure her backwards. So yeah, good stuff from her. Yeah. Moving on, and that made me 5-1 on the card. Moving on, we got Ryan Gandra defeating Jose Daniel Medina by first round TKO. Straight destruction. You can see all of the strike numbers and absolutely nothing from fucking Jose Medina at all. He's completely dog shit, not UFC level at all. All he does is get in there and get chinned and get pieced up. And Grind did that in this fight. Just walked forward at him, put combos on him, put fucking hands on him. Medina looked like a fucking drunk guy in a fucking. It looked like one of those fucking videos where you see like a drunk guy messing with like a UFC fighter or something like that, or an MMA fighter. Some like drunk guy who's like fucking all aggressive and fucking trying to start a fight with some guy, and then the guy just turns around and just fucking puts the guy on his fucking ass or whatever, or just fucks him up. It looked like fucking that video of PJ Penn getting knocked out by that one fat old guy. But yeah, good stuff from fucking Gandra or whatever. Gandra just walked across the octagon, put hands on Jose Medina like everybody does. Yeah, Medina's not UFC level. Bolivia, they're just too underdeveloped of a country. They're not built for this fighting shit. So yeah, good stuff from Gandra. Just kicked the can literally across the street. It's not that really telling of skill. Like pretty much anybody can do that to Jose Medina. I think I can do that to Jose Medina if I'm being honest. So yeah, let's see what he does in the UFC further up the ladder. But for now, good stuff. Moving on to the main card. Yeah, this fight was pretty fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie. We got Santiago Luna defeating Angel Pacheco by unanimous decision, 30-27. It was a pretty good fight, pretty good boxing showcase from both these guys. The thing about Pacheco is Pacheco just had no pop in his punches whatsoever. Like Luna, when he was landing on Pacheco, you could feel like the impact that Luna had. Well, when Pacheco was landing on Luna, there was pretty much no like visible damage. There was no like fucking there was no like fucking like effect of Luna like sort of being rocked back or having like his feet sort of like being off balance by the punch or whatever. Like Luna would straight up like walk forward on Pacheco, run kind of into a punch and just not be affected by it at all. And Luna did all the visible damage to Pacheco's face as well. This was a pretty good boxing showcase from Luna. Luna, he had some slick head movement in there, had some good combos as well, good body work as well across the 3 rounds. Took down Pacheco anytime he wanted to, pretty much. Fucking good hands. What else? What else was in there? Had a good chin as well. Luna, good ability to like grit down and go 3 hard rounds. Which is good for him being this early in his career, being 21, very young in his career as well. So yeah, pretty good showcase of Luna's skills. I would like for him to finish Pacheco. Pacheco is pretty tough. I will give that to him. Pacheco is very tough. Luna doesn't hit like a bitch, and Pacheco took all of that and kept going. So props to him. Good stuff from him. Luna, he also jumped a guillotine, which I thought was a very stupid decision as well. Like jumping guillotines, a lot of people like used to do it. Like ever since like Dustin Poirier retired, I don't think people are doing it as much, but Luna did that in this fight. Didn't go as bad for him as I would have thought. Pacheco got out of it. Tried to posture up, tried to like stat guard, but Luna was able to get his legs in between them and like kick off the hips and stuff and get back to his feet and continue piecing up Pacheco on the feet as well. So yeah, good stuff from Luna. Showed off really good boxing, really good head movement, good wrestling as well. Good toughness, good cardio as well in this fight. So yeah, good stuff from him. And that made me 7-1 on the card. Moving on, we got Emmanuel Rodriguez defeating Kevin Borjas by TKO in round 2. This was a pretty sick fight, not gonna lie. In the first round, it was pretty much all Borjas. There was really not much going on in the first round, and then fucking Rodriguez came in to start an exchange, and then Borjas clipped him with a left hook. I think he clipped him with like the forearm of the left hook. Clipped Rodriguez, dropped him. I thought he was gonna finish the fight. The thing about Borjas, and I said this in my fight companion as well while I was watching this fight. Borjas, he'll like drop a guy and have him hurt, but he'll never be able to finish the guy, which is such an odd like conundrum. Like he's pretty much dropped and hurt everyone he's fought. He's hurt Van, he hurt Rodriguez, he hurt a couple other guys, but he's never able to like get him. He's never able to like get on top of him and really like finish the fight, it's very strange. It's kind of like Ode Osborne-ish. It reminds me of that, where like Ode Osborne, he'll pretty much drop everyone he's fought, but he's never like really able to get on top of them and finish them. It's very strange, but yeah, Borjas dropped Rodriguez with the left hook, had Rodriguez stumbling back, couldn't get his feet under him, had on wobbly legs, and then he dropped Rodriguez again with another shot. I think it was like a right hand as Rodriguez was moving away, clipped him over the top with the right hand, dropped him again. Then I think they went to the ground for a bit. Then Rodriguez recovered. Then Rodriguez like started putting it on Borjas, started pressuring Borjas back. Borjas was like pretty much the whole fight just looking for a check hook on Rodriguez as Rodriguez was trying to come in. It was a very stupid decision. He was like throwing the check hook over and over again. Every time Rodriguez like stepped forward on him to like throw a punch or start an exchange, maybe fucking Borjas would throw the check hook. Became very predictable, and then that was it for round one. Then round two, they were on the feet a bit. I think Rodriguez shot a takedown, got Borjas down for a bit. They grappled on the ground. Borjas got back up to his feet. They were on the feet for a little bit, and then Rodriguez cracked him with I think it was a right hand. Cracked Borjas with the right hand, and then pretty much finished him from there on out. Finished him up on the ground. So yeah, really good comeback win for Emmanuel Rodriguez. I still think he's a bit short for flyweight. There's two other flyweights later on this card that looked massive for flyweight. They like two bantamweights out there, but yeah, good stuff from Emmanuel Rodriguez. Very fast for the division as well. That's something he does have on his he does have to him. He's very fast. He looked very fast in this fight. Was throwing good hands, very good fast hands at Borjas, and eventually got the TKO comeback win. So good stuff for Rodriguez. And that made me oh no, I remember I switched my pick. I switched my pick on that fight, man. That sneaky, crafty switch of the picks on the Fight Companion. That old move. I pulled that out on this one. Right before Borjas was about to get finished, I pulled that shit out. On this one. So yeah, that was a W little crafty move by me. Crafty move by me. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's 8-1 on the card. So fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's a good little technique. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to pull that out. Not gonna lie, I've been waiting to pull that out. On one of these cards. So yeah. Moving on, we got Edgar Chairez defeating Felipe Bunes by split decision. 29-28 on 2 scorecards. This was a fucking confusing fight for me. So Chairez, he comes in. My fucking back is killing me. Chairez comes in. Round one, fucking, they're like tit for tatting on the feet a little bit. Chairez, he's looking like way bigger and more powerful than Bunes. Bunes, he's like trying to keep the range with like some teeps and stuff like that in the jab as well. Both guys are kind of just tit for tat and not really like damaging each other that much. Second round comes in. Bunes gets way up on numbers and strikes. He starts piecing up Chairez a little bit. Even like shot a takedown on him. Now I remember what I was fucking yapping. Never mind what I was fucking saying. Round one, they're on the feet for a bit, and then Bunes shoots in on the takedown on Chairez. Gets the back of Chairez, takes the back standing, pretty much just stays there for the entirety of the first round. Takes the back of Chairez, standing back take, and just ends up on the back of Chairez, up against the fence in the first round, pretty much trying to look for like rear naked chokes and stuff. Chairez just waiting there, letting him control him. He tried to I think his game plan was to like wear out the legs of Bunes, because we've seen it before where guys will have like the standing back take with the body triangle for like all of one round, and then when the second round comes or the other round comes, they're like gassed out pretty much and can't really move the same. So I think that was the game plan for Chairez. He also like elbowed the legs of Bunes while Bunes had that body triangle on him in the first round as well. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the first round. Second round, it was pretty much all on the feet. Bunes did look like he slowed down for a little bit. He wasn't really he wasn't really moving too much. He was pretty much just staying stationary, like pretty much in the center of the octagon. Chavez would come, he would throw some stuff like some 1-2s, like some tit for tats a bit. He wouldn't. The thing about Chavez, he would like throw one or two strikes that would land on Bunez, but in that would be it. He wouldn't like follow up with any like combinations or anything on Bunez, as when it's like just standing there very stationary. That was pretty much it for the second round. In the third round, it was more of the same, and then at the end of the third round, Chavez just tries to like start like fucking I don't know what he's fucking started to do. He started like trying to push for a finish, I guess. Like he was started throwing like spinning back kicks all of a sudden and like wheel kicks. For a little bit, he would try to throw a flying knee. At one point in the third round as well. Yeah, and that was pretty much the whole fight. I think Chavez won the I would say the second. Maybe he edged out the second and the third round. It was very close though. I think Chavez he landed more like effective shots. Bunez landed more, but Chavez landed the kind of the ones that mattered. But Bunez also like cut Chavez, I think under one of his eyes. Yeah, cut open Chavez, which I thought would sway the fight to Bunez. That's why I was like on my fight companion as well. I tried to switch my picks between these guys in the midst of as they were announcing the scorecards for the decision. So I picked Chavez and I stuck with my original pick at the end, and he ended up getting the split decision. So yeah, as long as I'm right, that's all I give a fuck about. So good stuff for Chavez. You could score the fight for Bunez if you take in like the visual damage and stuff, and the fact that Bunez had the takedowns and he had the control time. But yeah, who gives a fuck? Moving on. That made me what? 9-1 on the card. Yeah, 9-1. Moving on, we got the fraud check of the card. The first fraud check of the card, yeah. We got the first fraud check of the card. We got Bobby Green TKOing Daniel Zellhuber in round 2. Which is pretty fucking crazy now that I'm thinking about it. Daniel Zellhuber, he had the same issue that I said he would in my fucking prediction video, and the fact that he just doesn't really throw enough. His boxing looked very shit in this fight. I'm just gonna say that his boxing looked fucking terrible. Wasn't able to catch Bobby Green. Bobby Green looked. The fact that he's almost 49 years old and he looked way faster with the hands than Daniel Zellhuber. That's fucking wild to me. And Daniel Zellhuber, he kept trying to pressure Bobby Green back. He did it in both rounds. He would immediately just run to the center and try to press Bobby Green back, as Bobby Green just doing the same thing, having his hands down, emoting at range, trying to fucking just look cool in general. And he was just catching Zellhuber every time every time Bobby Green would throw something, he would catch Zellhuber on the chin as Zellhuber is trying to catch Bobby Green with his hands down in his head movement. Zellhuber wasn't able to land any type of meaningful shot on Bobby Green. Wasn't really using his kicks that much. He threw like a few body kicks. And he also only threw like a couple body punches as well. He didn't try to fucking hit the body of Bobby Green or to try and like set up any fucking punches to the head. He would just try and headhunt on Bobby Green, and Bobby Green used his head movement very well. Was able to circle out and exit out of the fucking pressure of Daniel Zellhuber. Pretty much for the whole first round, and then the second round did more of the same. also took down Zellhuber as well, which is very surprising to me. And also, and fucking eventually found the chin of Zellhuber as Zellhuber was trying to punch at his head. Found the chin of Zellhuber, I think, with a left hook, I think, or he caught Zellhuber. He caught Zellhuber, rocked Zellhuber badly, and then put it on him and fucking was able to put Zellhuber away. So yeah, Bobby Green winning in the big 20. Bobby Green is on a 2-fight win streak in the big fucking 2020. In the big 26. Zellhuber is fucking shit, man. He has dog shit boxing, and he doesn't really he's not that fast for the division, which is crazy. He was getting outspeeded by Bobby Green. Fucking yeah. Zellhuber, he's not all that. Turns out. Turns out that Michael Johnson win wasn't the fluke, and the fact that Michael Johnson only beat Zellhuber like the way he beat him is kind of baffling to me as well. If I would think anybody would, if you told me Daniel Zellhuber lost to Michael Johnson and lost to Bobby Green, and I didn't know how he lost, and you told me that that Bobby Green was able to TKO him in round 2 and Michael Johnson like split decision to him, I would call you I would say you're capping and you're a liar, but hey, that's the reality of it. And yeah, good fraud check for Bobby Green. Um, if you're a lightweight and you're not all that, and you go up against Bobby Green, he can still find you and beat you. So yeah, good stuff. He tried to call out Nate Diaz in this post fight interview. Also stuttered halfway through it. He tried to like shout out Black History Month and all that stuff, and he couldn't get his words about him as well. So yeah, Bobby Green's still fucking doing Bobby Green bullshit. Moving on, we got the co-main event of the evening, and I also stuck with my original pick in this one. So that's 10-1 on y'all, you motherfuckers. But moving on to the co-main, we got David Martinez defeating Marlon Vera by unanimous decision. First off, I want to say, biased as fuck commentary from Michael Bisping in this fight. As the fight was going on, Michael Bisping was saying on the commentary that David Martinez in rounds 2 and 3 was trying to slow down, and the fact that he was trying to say he was like hurt to the body and shit like that. Blatant bias commentary from Michael Bisping, fucking the motherfucker, trying to fucking say like, oh, Cheeto, he's Martinez, he's hurt to the body, he's looking tired, Cheeto can push for a finish here, when that's not the case at all in the fight. David Martinez, he's still bouncing around at range, moving around, looking damn near the same as he did in round 1 and in round 2 when it was like round 3 and stuff. And Bisping just blatantly fucking lying on commentary, trying to spin the narrative that Martinez was hurt to the body or some shit, or he was he was getting like tired and like gassing out and not moving the same as he was, which was blatantly not true. But yeah, fucking David Martinez, he just was able to outstrike Marlon Vera. Fucking Cheeto just didn't do anything. He would throw 1 or 2 strikes and just let David Martinez just bounce around the octagon on the outside. Pretty much just following Martinez as well. Every time Martinez would move around on the outside, Marlon fucking Cheeto would just follow him around, try and track him down, but wouldn't throw anything with it. And wouldn't try to cut off Martinez with a body kick or anything, or some type of punch. He would just follow around Martinez, and then Martinez would just bounce around on the back foot, come in with a few strikes, hit Cheeto clean with him. Bounce around, use his footwork, use his lateral movement, evade all of the big shots from Cheeto, not get dropped in the fight, not get like fucking hit with something big. Use the outside movement, evade all the big shots. Never let Cheeto try and like plan and look for a big kick or whatever, or a big punch. Pretty much just out technique Cheeto for the entire fight. Pretty much he had some Martinez had some visible damage on his face or whatever. He had some swelling under the eye. I think he had a little bit of a cut on one eye as well. But yeah, pretty much was able to outland and outstrike Cheeto for the whole fight. And Cheeto having the same problem, not doing anything, not throwing any type of volume, not pretty much just not fucking being a fighter at all. Just being washed completely. And yeah, you can't do that against a guy like Martinez. So yeah, good stuff from Martinez. That made me 11-1 on the card. Yeah, 11-1. Moving on to the main event, we got Boner Kavanagh defeating Brandon Moreno by unanimous decision. I just want to say, I don't know what the fuck Kavanagh did in his fight camp. I don't know if it has 3 letters and ends with O. I don't know if it's something you put into your body to make you have more cardio, but whatever he did made him go fucking 5 rounds, fucking 7,000 feet above sea level at altitude against Brandon Moreno, one of the better volume boxers and one of the better pressure fighters in the division, and pretty much piece him up for the entire fight, not lose any cardio or steam, being able to throw fucking wheel kick, spinning back kicks and stuff in the first round and backflip at the end of the fight. I don't know what the fuck he did in his preparation or what he wasn't doing in his previous fights, because the fact that he didn't gas out in this fight but gassed out in his previous fight is fucking beyond me. But yeah, pretty much looked really good in this fight. Pieced up Brandon Moreno for pretty much the whole fight. Round 1 was piecing him up. Round 2, he dropped Moreno, hurt him bad with a flurry. Was smashing low kicks on Moreno as well, beating up the lead leg of Moreno. That's something Moreno has a big problem with. He's staying so heavy on that lead leg, and it's just there for low kicks for anybody to take advantage of. Kavanagh smashed the low kick on Moreno. Moreno tried to fucking dag a Sandy Kavanagh. Tried to hold him up against the fence and throw fucking knees to the thigh on Kavanagh pretty much. Kavanagh just stayed there, defended most of it. Kavanagh's output, it did slow down in the third round. I'd like to say slowed down a bit in the third round. Was kind of just like pawing at the guard of Moreno in the third round. Moreno was just keeping that high guard, and he would try to like blitz at Kavanagh with like these wild overhands. Moreno, he didn't really try and throw a jab out. He didn't try to set up any strike. He would just hold up his high guard and like blitz at fucking Kavanagh. He would also try and like do like this shit or whatever the fuck. He would do this shit in front of Kavanagh to try and trick him. Didn't work out. And yeah, I'm still on about how the fuck Kavanagh went 5 rounds with Moreno at altitude, but gassed out against fucking Charles Johnson. Maybe losing to Charles Johnson is the best thing you can do at fucking flyweight in the UFC. Yeah, I don't know, but good stuff from Boner Kavanagh. He's in the top. He's fucking gonna be ranked number 6 after this as well. So, I don't know how he's gonna fare against the top 5 of the division, maybe he can. I don't know. Maybe he can beat like Brandon Royval. Maybe. Um, I don't know if he beats Cap. I don't know if he beats Horiguchi. I think Horiguchi's movement is a bit too good for Kavanagh. I don't think Horiguchi isn't gonna be there for like the low kicks and stuff. So um, maybe he can try and like outspeed Horiguchi and outpower him. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to land that cleanly on a guy like Horiguchi. Um, maybe Tara, but the grappling though. I don't know about Tara. Kavanaugh, he's gonna be in the tough spot. I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna move forward. Maybe he can. The only person I really see him beating is Royval. But any other person, I think it'll be a tough fucking time for him. But yeah, good stuff from Kavanagh, and that was the entire card. I switched my pick as well on Kavanagh. Crafty main event switch pick. Y'all should have watched that Fight Companion, man. Y'all should have watched that shit. I was switching picks. I was switching teams like KD out that bitch. So yeah, overall it was a good card. Pretty sinker of a main event, not gonna lie. Apart from round 2, it was a bit of a baffling main event. So yeah. But good rest of the card. Good finishes on here. Some pretty good scraps overall. Like the Regina one, the fucking Santiago Luna one. Surprising upset for Bobby Green as well. So yeah, good stuff from this weekend. Go over the picks. Switch my pick to Kavanagh. I had David Martinez. I had Bobby Green. I had Edgar Shiraz. Switch my pick to fucking Rodriguez. I had Luna. I had Gandra. I had Perez. I had Quinones. I had Reyes as well. I had Karakaita. I had fucking Marshall, and I had Piness. I have a Piness, but yeah. Good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Fucking our predictions for fucking for 326 will be out this week as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I will be also be doing a fight companion for that as well. That fight's gonna be sick. Fight's gonna be so sick, that main event. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, sub. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.